Dad's 65th birthday was supposed to be a celebration. I should have known better. In my family, celebrations were just another word for chaos, especially when my brother Marcus was involved. The dining room looked like a Pinterest board had exploded, balloons, streamers, mom's good china. Everyone was pretending we were a happy, normal family. We weren't. Marcus stood, wine glass in hand, wearing that smug, center of attention grin he'd been practicing since birth. "Dad," he announced, "I've got some exciting news for your special day." All eyes turned to him. Marcus had always been the golden child, successful real estate developer, picture-perfect wife, adorable kids. I was the family disappointment. 32, divorced, and living at home. "Jennifer and I have been talking," Marcus said, giving his wife a meaningful look. She nodded like she'd rehearsed it. "It's time for some big changes." Dad leaned forward. "What kind of changes?" "We're looking at houses in the suburbs, better schools, more space, nice neighborhood. We want you and Mom to come live with us. We'll get a big place with an in-law suite, maybe even a pool." The table erupted in excited chatter. Aunt Carol gushed about family closeness. Uncle Jim nodded like Marcus had just solved world hunger. Beth wanted to know about the pool. Then Dad asked the question I knew was coming. "What about this house? We've been here 30 years. Marcus grinned wider. "That's the best part, we sell it. Use the money toward the new place. The market's hot. We could get $800,000 easy." My stomach twisted. This wasn't just a house. This was home, my childhood, my safe place, the place I'd been living since my divorce, while also helping take care of Dad after his heart attack. Dad hesitated. "What about Alex? This is her home too." Marcus turned to me, his smile morphing into something sharper. "Pack your bags, loser. This house is going up for sale." The silence lasted half a beat before the cheering started. "To new beginnings," Jennifer called. "To family," Aunt Carol added. "To getting a fresh start," Uncle Jim said. I just sat there, watching my family toast my eviction. No one asked where I'd go, how I'd manage rent, or why this was being announced at a birthday party. Mom smiled sweetly. "Now Alex can finally stand on her own 2 feet." "Exactly," Marcus said. "She's 32. Most people her age have their own homes and families. It's embarrassing." The sting of that landed harder than I expected. Dad, the man I'd been caring for, didn't even speak up for me. "When's the house going on the market?" Aunt Carol asked. "As soon as possible," Marcus said. "By the end of the week." I finally found my voice. "Less than a week? To find somewhere to live?" "That's plenty of time," Marcus said, "if you're not picky." Mom chimed in helpfully. "Most of what's in your room is junk anyway." I scanned their faces, people I thought loved me, and saw nothing but agreement. "I need some air," I said, standing. "Don't be dramatic," Marcus called after me. "You should thank us for forcing you to grow up." On the porch, I pulled out my phone and scrolled to James Morrison, my divorce lawyer, my friend, my one reliable ally. He answered on the second ring. "Alex, everything okay?" "Not really. Can you pull up property records for 1247 Maple Street? I need to know who owns it." A pause, then typing. "It's owned by Clearwater Holdings LLC, mortgage on file, and, wait, this is unusual. Your parents defaulted about 18 months ago. Foreclosure. Clearwater bought it 14 months ago. Meaning they don't own it anymore," I said. "Correct. But why are you asking?" "Because I am Clearwater Holdings." Silence. "Then, you bought your parents' house?" "When Dad had his heart attack, I found out about the foreclosure. I used my divorce settlement to buy it. Let them live here rent-free. Never told them." "That's generous," James said. "But now your brother thinks he can sell it." "Exactly. I need paperwork proving I own it, and I want a cease and desist sent to any realtor who tries to list it. Consider it done. But Alex, you'll have to tell them." "I know. Tonight." Minutes later, James texted. "Documents ready. Realtors notified. You own it free and clear. Good luck." I walked back in. They were already discussing renovations for Marcus's dream house. Marcus spotted me. "Done sulking?" "Actually," I said calmly, "I have something important to tell you. If you're begging to stay." "I'm not begging," I interrupted. I just got off the phone with my attorney. Mom rolled her eyes. You can't afford an attorney. James Morrison, I said evenly. Real estate law. He confirmed something you all need to hear. Do you even understand the legal implications of what you're suggesting, Marcus? I asked, my voice steady. Specifically, what happens when someone tries to sell a house they don't own? Marcus let out a dismissive laugh. What are you talking about? Mom and Dad own this house. No, I said quietly. They don't. The room froze. Every head turned toward me, as if I'd just confessed to a crime. That's ridiculous, Marcus scoffed, though a flicker of doubt passed over his face. They've lived here for 30 years. They lived here for 30 years, I corrected, but they haven't owned it for the last 14 months. Dad's complexion drained of color. Alex, what are you talking about? I looked at both my parents, two proud people who had fought hard to hide the truth. When you had your heart attack, Dad, I found out you'd fallen behind on mortgage payments, nearly a year behind. That's impossible, Mom said, but her voice trembled. You were 3 months from foreclosure, I continued gently. The bank had already started proceedings. We worked it out, Dad insisted, desperation in his tone. The bank agreed to a plan. I shook my head. No, Dad, the house went to auction. It was sold. Marcus's smirk finally faltered. If it was sold, then who owns it now? I drew a deep breath. I do. The silence was absolute, like the moment before a storm breaks. That's impossible, Marcus said at last. You don't have that kind of money. My divorce settlement, I explained. When Tom and I split, I got half, house, investments, business shares, about $900,000. Jennifer's mouth dropped open. You had $900,000, and you've been living here like you're broke? I used most of it to buy this house and clear the debt, I said, so Mom and Dad could stay here. Mom's eyes filled with tears. Why didn't you tell us? Because I knew you'd be embarrassed, I said softly. I hoped Dad's health would improve, that you'd recover financially, and one day I could transfer it back to you. Marcus's voice was tight. So when I said we'd sell the house, you were talking about selling my house, I finished. Dad's voice cracked. You let us believe we still owned it. I didn't want you to feel like you'd lost everything, I said. I thought I was helping. The room erupted, accusations, defenses, disbelief. This is insane, Marcus shouted. You can't just buy someone's house without telling them. She saved our home, Mom cried. But she lied, Aunt Carol insisted. She was trying to help, Uncle Jim shot back. Dad's voice cut through the chaos. Alex, you used your settlement to save our home? Yes. And you've let us live here, rent-free, for over a year? Yes. His jaw tightened. Then he laughed, a low, bitter sound. We've been treating you like a freeloader, like you couldn't take care of yourself. Robert, Mom whispered. We didn't know. We should have known, Dad said sharply. We should have asked. Instead, we assumed the worst. Marcus stared at me. So, I can't sell the house? It's not yours to sell, I said. It's mine, and I decide what happens to it.